Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2! Today, for your Sunday, it's going to be a free-for-all between players that you know. Alright, so it's going to be the Gray Terran player BeastyQT versus the Red Protoss player Liquid Mana from Poland. We've got Demaga here, he's the Green Zerg player. We have Ret here, he's the Blue Zerg player. We have the Pink Protoss player Harstum. We have the Purple Terran player Demuslim. We've got ourselves a Teal Terran player, Liquid Thermi, also known as Euthermal, and then TLO rounds it off as the Yellow Zerg player. I love these free-for-alls so very, very much. Got this from Wardy. Please check out Wardy if you haven't already. Again, he is way more famous than I am, so if you have no idea who Wardy is, but you watch me, first of all, that's interesting. But I'll put a link to his YouTube channel and his Twitch channel just the same. Look how short this rush distance is. Man, 8-player free-for-alls are so fun. They are so jam-packed. And let's see, this little pro versus SCP fight. Here between Mana and BeastyQT. Who's next to Demaga, says Harstum. Well, I am, says Euthermal, which is definitely not true. Because, like, hang on, Demaga's down here? Yeah, Demaga's down here. Euthermal's just trolling, man. He's trolling hard. Expanding Demaga, expanding TLO. Expanding Ret. So the Zerg players are expanding. Dude, Harstum with the 1-gate expand. Woo, he's feeling it. I believe right now. Euthermal expanding on the high ground, not feeling it. Well, I guess he can't. Like, there's no option for Protoss to do that, right? So, if you're going to expand early, you got to do it on the low ground. Ooh, Demuslim doing it, though. He is the brave one. He is the brave Terran here today. Mana not expanding at all. He wants Stargate. Open Stargate with an Adept. Going to try to pressure BeastyQT into dying. Now, the trick here is, if you can kill your neighbor, right? If you can kill your neighbor, then you can actually take another base and just wall off here and be pretty fine. Like, you can get access to pretty easy naturals. You can also defend with walls and have a really good time with it. So, we'll see. We'll see if BeastyQT can hold Mana off. Beasty's a great player, but Mana's been around the block a few times. He knows what's up. Reaper harassment trying to get in here to Demaga, but he didn't skip those lanes. He's ready to rock as soon as he needs to be, and pretty much everybody able to get onto 2 bases here. Again, with the exception of the bottom right, who's being really aggressive, and therefore they don't feel safe to do so. Ooh, the shield batteries are up, though. The Adepts are maybe going to go for some harass, pull back to the shield batteries as necessary. That Demuslim's like, no, I'm not going over there. Ah, there's a bunker on the high ground, not doing that either. These shield batteries. Mana has some plans for Beasty. I can feel it here. The Muslim laughing at something. Oh, the Mana Beasty. You lovebirds. He's not wrong about that. Oh, but the high ground Cyclone attack on the shield battery. It's going to go down. That bonus versus armored is huge. Yeah, Cyclone just using the regular attack there. Meanwhile, Roach Ravager attack on Euthermal. No! TLO wants Euthermal to die early here. Holy cannoli. Oh, losing that Cyclone hurts so much. Is Euthermal gonna die? Oh, BeastyQT with the Void Ray shield battery shenanigans. I mean, if the rush distance is this short, like, go for it, man. I don't know. What's the answer going to be here from BeastyQT? Obviously, Cyclones are great. Cyclones are great against anything. Trying to kill that shield battery, trying to get lock onto the Void Ray. Yeah, but the shield battery heals it up. Roaches and Ravagers here inside Euthermal's base. He's got 1 bunker. A Cyclone coming out. I don't think he's going to survive this very long at all. Seems like everybody else kind of has a gentleman's agreement going on not to kill each other. This creep is mingling between Demaga and Ret. And, I mean, they're not super duper friendly, but still. Oh, Lings from Demaga came into Mana's base. How did you, what? Do you have drops? Oh, maybe he just slower lord dropped it. Okay, that's incredible. Oracles from Harstum trying to kill some of Demaga's stuff here. Everybody dealing with something. Oh, you know what? Euthermal handled it somehow. Cyclone was a huge part of that, I have to assume. Demuslim taking... Oh. Demuslim is taking the natural base of his buddy next door, Euthermal. That is just mean. And rude and mean and rude and mean. How many kills these Oracles have? Is it 3 and 3? That's pretty good, honestly. Alright, not bad. Not bad harassment there. Vikings fighting. against these Void Rays, and you're going to run out of energy eventually on that healing. Because the Vikings... I'm dead anyway, says Mana. Sorry, says Damaga. Yeah, he must have Sloverlord dropped those in there. That is just... Holy smokes. Be sure to say sorry to their family if you murder someone. Little pro tip there from Mana. Fantastic. Thank you, sir. I'll make sure to note that. Oracle gets picked out of the sky by Marines. A Zergling just kind of runs in and tries to attack Mana while BCQT is here already doing it, which is hilarious. Not to the corpse, says Mana, to the family. So I don't think this third base is going to happen. Look at TLO. He's like, hey, you can't take that base. That's not yours. That belongs to you, Thermal. Get out of here. The Vikings, though, are causing major problems. The Stalker is out for Mana, though. Excellently well prepared for those Vikings. Cyclone's pushing up, and it looked really good for Mana, but BCQT's turned this around. And TLO's back with another round of Roach Ravager to try to kill you, Thermal. We've got a... Arsenal's going Mass Oracle. Okay, that's interesting stuff there. We can roll with that, but the Queen Count and the Spores a little bit too much there from Damaga to allow that to happen. These Void Rays, though... Oh, another one down. Another one down. The Cyclones are fighting. Whoa, he came into Void Ray range. No, bit of a mistake there from BCQT, but he gets the Void Rays, and the Vikings make it home. Continuing to push up this right side. We've got Roaches and Ravagers, but Thermal, he's got creep in his main base, and he's not giving up. He's fighting hard right now. Place your bets now for who you think's going to win this thing. Nobody's dead in the first 5 minutes, which is great. This makes for the best free-for-alls, and nobody's dead in the first 6 minutes. These Oracles could just absolutely wreck Mana if they wanted to, but I think he's showing some Protoss solidarity. Is he going to go after BCQT? But the Vikings are here. I don't know about this. Just pull the SCVs and let the Vikings go to work, and the Oracles have to flee. Ooh, one more shot. One more shot. Vikings are a little bit slow. Oracles are zippy boys. What the... Ret is coming so far across the map. He's been trying to kill Mana all day, but instead then he goes after BCQT. Oh, Beastie. Bad times. His natural base is all sorts of dead. Getting teamed up on Hearthstone. And Ret is just brutal. Has to land some Vikings to try to stay alive right now. The creep spread from all the different Zerg players is kind of mingling here in the middle. I mean, it's almost connected. This tumor is going to connect every Zerg player to every other Zerg player. But yeah, let me know in the comments at about the 7-minute mark who's going to win this thing based on what you're looking at. Obviously, a couple Zerg players are already on Infestor Tech. Ret is already there for one. He's having a pretty fantastic time. Oh, was that the Muslim down here? They're both different shades of blue, kind of, and it's hard to tell a little bit in person, like whose units are what. Wait. Anyway, the Muslim, this third base is huge for him. The high ground harassment out of Thermal, though, is hilarious. It's like, hey, that's my base. I'm one base in it. Nobody's expanded down here because it's been so aggressive. BCQT can't even take his natural because there's creep all over it. He can't land his buildings there at all. Hearthstone with the memes and the Mass Oracle shenanigans is going to try to get something done here too. Look at it. He has enough Oracles to burn down a missile turret. That's how many Oracles he has right now. This Queen Infestor play, I love it. I love this stuff. It does get non-standard, hilarious, meme-worthy play in these free-for-alls pretty much every time. It's like, look, your odds of winning this thing are not very good, and it comes down to luck most of the time anyway. Damaga's trying to take Mana's natural, which it looks like Ret's going to allow him to do, but this... Man, buy my services as a harasser, says Harsum. Harsum's hilarious. Whoa! Beastie's going to take down Mana with some landed Vikings and Liberators. Dude, Mana's done. Mana comes out on top here today. Wait, hold on. Beastie QT taking some hits. His front door's in trouble. Does he have to bring his army home? Gonna take down Mana's main, though. That's a problem for Mana. He does have 400 resources. He saved those intelligently. What is he? Why is he... Oh, he prevents the fleeing of Beastie QT's SCVs. This is incredible. Banshees with Hyperflight. Rotors cruising around. Fire coming out of their butts there. Look, and Beastie QT has to lift off and flee, but this Void Ray for Mana is like his only army unit, and he's going to try to do something about that. The Roaches are actually killing Mana, too. I mean, there is no respecter of persons here from Ret. He will kill whatever Terran or Protoss he can find. And BC's hiding in the corner. He has enough resources to rebuild. Does he have any SCVs is my question. And the answer is no. Oh. He's in trouble. Mana's just dead in the water here, too. So, yeah, the two players that were harassing each other endlessly are both dead. here at the 10-minute mark of this match. Kill a Dutch for me, says TLO. A random Dutch. Harstum is funny. He's got his own YouTube channel. He does really nice analysis out there, and he's funny. So, like, you should check him out. Just search Harstum on YouTube. You'll probably figure it there. Euthermal's Dutch, and he's like, I don't know what that means exactly, but he's probably insulting Harstum there, whose name is Kevin. All right, so both mana, Infested Terrans popping out. Yes, this is an older game, as you can tell now. Infested Terrans are alive, but man, I wanted to cast this so much. Free-for-alls are my dead favoriteest things ever in the whole world. So mana's rebuilding because he had enough resources to do so. He has 3 minerals left. Oh gosh, BCQT's like, no. And, oh, is that his final probe? No, he's got 8 probes. He needs a if he can't, doesn't matter. If he cancels, he doesn't have enough. If he cancels, he doesn't have enough to rebuild. Look at the carrier fleet from Harstum, though. The Muslim, you might be in a bit of trouble. Mana's out. He's defeated. Good luck, guys. First one to fall. Technically, BCQT's alive because he's floating his buildings back here, but I think that's all he's going to be able to really do. I guess he does have some Vikings with a little Raven escort, which is fun. Look, Harstum is leaving the Muslim alone, who's making battle cruisers, by the way. But in case you were wondering, which I imagine you probably were. So are you going to just come kill Euthermal? Oh, yeah. That was the command. How do you need help with Euthermal, though? Like, Euthermal doesn't have anything. It's a fair point. So Euthermal's dead. He's been one base fighting the Muslims. This is so stupid fun. I am enjoying this immensely. So Euthermal's done. Mana's done. Polish and a Dutch are done. Hey, Broodlords are here from TLO. He's going Roach Ravager, Queen Broodlord here. Pushing up. He's going to try to take over the corpse of Euthermal for his 3rd base. And maybe even kill the Muslim's 3rd to take that for his own. I don't know. This infestor count for Rhett is hilarious and has been for a while. Look at him clearing creep with this. Euthermal has some words to say in Dutch. I do not translate it, but if you speak Dutch, let me know. And bam, TLO taking a 3rd, which is a premium on this map. I think only the Muslim has a 3rd base. No, just kidding. We have a 3rd here from Demaga. And, like, Rhett is kind of expanding all over the place, which is totally understandable. Rhett is an old school player. He is an old school Brood War player. I mean, TLO is as well, for sure. But Rhett's been around the block a few times. Look at him Yamatoing down the Brood Lords. I need to kill Ben first. I think Ben is the Muslim. Harstum says, I'm in a non-attacked pact. I'm not an ally. We just have a non-aggression pact, I think. So battle cruisers are like, please leave my 3rd base alone. I need this to live, but there are so much Zerg here. Yeah, that planetary is done. TLO's going to take it down. The Infested Terrans are just kind of the icing on the cake here. Broodlings chop it away. Gaboom! Goodbye, planetary. His enemies are not my enemies, says Harstum. And the Muslim loses that 3rd base that he was so happy with. Rhett is just kind of... Like, Demaga and Rhett have some kind of non-aggression pact happening here, too. Dario is my enemy. TLO is your enemy. I'm coming, says TLO. And he is, by the way. He's heading up this way. So, So, yeah, TLO can take a 4th base here. Man, might be just come down to TLO versus Rhett, to be honest. Where did those battle... here they are. I was like, where did the carriers go? They were out doing stuff. They just went home, and they did. So now they might actually... They might jump on Rhett here while his army's a bit away, but there are so many infestors. I don't know that it matters. Whoa, the Muslim going after TLO. All right, let's go, says TLO. Look at the Muslim fighting here, too. The Muslim's fighting against TLO. The alliances are amazing, but the carriers have arrived. Revelation tossed down on the infestors to see where they are, and no, they don't cast any spells quite yet. They're going to hold back until the carriers are in range. What is Demaga? Oh, he's gone into a Hydra Lurker style with Zerglings here, which is ZvZ focus. That's a ZvZ focus strategy. So he's planning on killing... Dude, Rhett doesn't have Overlord speed yet, but he's planning on killing some Zergs. Look at this positioning. The carriers are like, we'll kill some stuff. And then the infestors are slow, so when they get here, we'll just run away. Ooh, is a mothership out? This is great. This is so good. I tried, says TLO. I give up. Yeah, TLO's getting attacked by Demaga. and a Muslim right now. He's not in a great position. And yeah, this anti-Zerg composition that Damaga's running with, it's too much. The Vipers are too much. The Hydras and Lurkers are too much. He's not, the Roach, Ravager, Corruptor thing is just not going to work. There's a reason late game CBZ is because it's this. Go, Kevin. He's in my base. Kill him now. It's your chance. Take down the Muslim, or Damaga, rather. I guess you can take down the Muslim, too, if you wanted. He's fairly out of his base, too, with all these battle cruisers up. Waiting for that creep to go away, but yeah, this is, if you don't have the right composition against Lurker, Hydra, Viper, you're just not going to win. You can even go Ultras if you want to, but you're not going to win. Infested Terrans with their anti-air, pew, pew, pew. Doing that purple laser stuff. We're not even halfway through this replay, you guys. How fun is this been? Hit that like button if you enjoyed it, because, jeez. This has been non-stop entertainment. I feel it in my bones. I've been enjoying it immensely. So, Damaga... Oh, I thought I was going to leave him alone for a second. No. He gonna kill all of his stuff. TLO, man. Bad times. Damaga taking a base... Wow, Damaga snuck a drone all the way up here to take U-Thermal's... No, wait. To take... Yeah, U-Thermal's base, which is hilarious, by the way. But TLO might just be done. Is that his... These are his final buildings, I think? No. He has some spores here. His final buildings are spores. Creep spread trying to make it through here from Damaga, but Rhett's like, no. Carrier fleet. This really feels like it's going to be a Zerg win. The last one of these I cast, I'm not going to spoil it, but somebody won. You should check it out. It was a pretty fun free-for-all. Man. Yeah, that's, again, compositions, right? That composition from Damaga was intended to kill a Zerg, and it turns out to be horrible versus Skytoss. So we lost all of it. Tragically. He is down to 4 Vipers and 5 Queens, which seems bad, but he does have the 3 base advantage. He's kind of, again, trying to take this one, but it's just not. It's not really in the cards here. The Muslim might need to be the Terran representative in this game. He is the Terran rep in this game. Keeping him alive would be nice. Rhett tried to expand here. The carriers were like, no. How about that doesn't happen? Ooh, friendly fire splash on the SCVs would be terrible, though. Tank fire. Rhett coming up to clear out some of those workers. And he flees with his cadre of roaches. Beastie QT is still in this game. His buildings are floating out here along with these slow overlords from Rhett. They're hiding. They're like, oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. No, wait. He's got mules. Beastie could land somewhere, call down a mule, get enough resources to build some SCVs and be okay. Oh. All right. Beastie QT. The problem is there's creep everywhere and you can't really sneak a land. You know what I mean? That's not going to happen. So, army supply, 190 for the Muslim. Wait, Damaga. Jeez, I get them confused all the time. Rhett? Is that blue Rhett? That's Rhett.
Assimilation success.
Oh, this is what I'm talking about. Here comes the assimilation successful part of the strategy. And these carriers need to go. Because this composition is intended to kill carriers. Thank you for asking. Assimilation successful. All right, so 181. That is the Muslim. 112 for Damaga and 136 for Hearthstone. Oh no, did Beastie just get wrecked by these carriers? Yep, Beastie's army is gone. Again, he can sneak a land out somewhere, maybe. He might be able to sneak his orbital command up this way and land in this base and get these, like, tiny bits of resources. I don't know. I'm not sure if he... I mean, I'm going to say worth the risk, but, like, what risk exactly? Dude, the carriers are going to come find your stuff. Oh, no. Beastie's done. That's it. That was his final orbital. Beastie's going to be revealed. His buildings are here. Hearthstone has no mercy whatsoever. And if you're asking how come the WCS Game Hard interface is not on for this, it's because it doesn't work on free-for-all games. It just refuses to load up at all. So, that's why I'm using the old Servant Obs. 6 o'clock Command Center. Rhett. Wait, Beastie has another one. Oh, dang it. Beastie, killing it. He could land here, make a mule, or like make some SCVs, run them and like steal resources, but Rhett is probably not going to allow that to happen if I had to guess. But he's more worried about the carriers than anything else. If he stays out of range... Yeah, if he stays out of range of the infestors, he's going to have a better time with it for sure. Demaga kind of turtling up at home here. This army keeps getting bigger from the Muslim. We've seen this strategy before from Terrans in these free-for-alls. You make a whole ton of battle cruisers and ravens, and you kick butt and you take names. Hearthstone kind of, sort of has a third base over here. There's still a bunch of gas left, but I guess he doesn't need that as much. He has no gas income, though. I'm surprised at that. I guess, really, he's just mostly focused on making interceptors with his mineral income than anything else. Yeah, we're going to mine this map out, is what we're going to do today. It's going to be mined out. It's going to come down to who has what remaining. There are not going to be additional bases to take at all, and I think the Muslim's in a pretty good spot. He is 4-basing it. He's legit 4-basing it, which nobody's been able to do with the exception of Rhett. So just economically, it feels like a Rhett versus the Muslim showdown. Can we get some info on Demaga? He's got a lot of infestors and hydras and lurkers and stuff. Yeah, 29 infestors. Oh, no hydras. 29 infestors and 4 vipers and 14 queens. Okay. So that feels kind of anti-carry. What is this? He just like sent one carrier over to see if it was safe. It was not safe at all. And he's just going to recall out. He's like, this is a dangerous position. I don't like it. Let's go home to where we're safe. And Beastie QT is out. He lost his final buildings. All right, so Beastie and Mana are dead. These poor guys that started out so aggressive towards each other are now dead and long gone. It's come down to 2 Zergs, as TLO's been killed as well. 2 Zergs and a Protoss. Can fight for someone again, says Hearthstone. I'll hire myself out. Being a mercenary here. Anti-armor missile tossed down on them roaches, and no expansions for you, Rat. This base is claimed in the name of the Muslim, the British Terran player. Production tab looking pretty empty these days. Might have to switch over to units tab sooner rather than later as these bases keep getting mined out. I have 22 carriers and 8 High Templar, which is a distinct lie. He has 12 carriers and no High Templar. I'm ready to fight for your side. He's selling himself to everybody right now. Selling his wares. Again, no income, man. That's the problem with carriers. If you don't have any resources to rebuild interceptors, interceptors die when you have carriers. And if you can't replace them, the carriers are useless without said interceptors. So I don't really see Hearthstone winning this thing, is what I'm telling you. Hearthstone probably not. The Muslim looking pretty good. This Raven battlecruiser thing is super intimidating. Insanely so. Did I not mention him in my final? It's like 2 Zergs and a Protoss. And a Terran. Because the Muslim is here on his 4-basin economy. He's sucking all the gas off this base. It's 500 or less there. Nobody wants to engage the mass battlecruiser fleet because they know they're going to lose a ton of stuff and then get jumped on by somebody else. So 23 minutes in, we've got 4 players remaining, which is pretty good. I'd say that's a pretty good ratio remaining. We've got Sky Toss. We've got Sky. Look at this micro. Hearthstone is just creating art up here in the top left. We've got our Sky Terran. We've got our Zergy Zergs with their multitude of infestors. Remember how many infestors Zerg used to make when infested Terrans were a thing? And now you take away infested Terran and give them a useless upgrade or useless ability, and infestors just don't get made anymore. They don't. It's amazing how they got removed from the meta, even when I feel like they could be useful, you know? Especially, man, too many times I see Zerg players in the recent weeks and months going up against Bio, like Marine Marauder, Medevac, right? With Ultras, and you think that'd be fine, but they're so slow. Even the Ultras with speed cannot catch up to stimmed Bio when they're running away and kiting you. And I just, every time, I'm like, man, one fungal growth on a large group of Bio. The Ultras chomp them up, and that changes the whole game. But man, they don't make infestors. It's like, if I don't get infested Terrans, I'm out. I'm not going to play with this toy anymore. The Muslim just using energy to wipe out spores and wipe out anti-air that would cause him a problem. Ooh, he's trying to take down the tractors to remove gas income from the Muslim. I wish I could see banks, but this is not working up in the top right, not showing me any important information there. When you're going off the WCS, when you're leaving WCS interface, bad things happen. He's just long distance mining from this. He's actually, Rhett and Demaga are sharing these minerals. I don't know that Rhett is aware of this necessarily, or he's just allowing it to happen. But Rhett never got Overlord speed, mind you. Is sneaking Overlords in different places, trying to find things that might be hiding from him. Harstum just biding his time. He's waiting for the Zergs to kill each other, or maybe a Terran to kill something. And then maybe he'll jump into the fray, but he does not want to engage either with the Terran army or the Zerg army, and I can't blame him for that. So the battle cruisers are at 3-3. Pretty intimidating stuff. These queens are at 3-3 too, because when you're 25 minutes into a game, you might as well have all the upgrades in the known universe. Creep tumors. Ooh. Okay, so creep tumors getting wiped out here thanks to scans. The long distance mining is continuing here from Demaga. He actually comes out on top. The Muslim says, "Holy smokes, Demaga, you have so much." And is he right about that? Demaga 160? He's all right. The Muslim actually has more than the other guy does. So he should not be one to talk here, but 3 more infestors in production for Rhett down this way. Moving out to kill some creep. As you're wont to do. And Rhett coming in to do some more long-distance mining off of one of really the only few mining locations on the map right now. There's these guys. Oh, who assimilated who here? Oh, we got a battle cruiser. Look at the mass queen trying to kill it. Oh, we almost got a Yamato off there. The queen anti-air is good, but +3 armor battle cruisers is pretty awesome too. That's what we're looking at right now. Like, even fight against these roaches who are 3... Oh! Only 2 armor on those roaches. They're collecting upgrades a bit there, Rhett, but, you know, his income isn't super duper healthy. He's got this long-distance mining thing happening, but otherwise, ka-chow. Demaga, pretty happy, I'd say, with what he has rolling with. He's mining out of this space. He's mining out this space with the long-distance shenanigans. Carriers do not want to engage. They could probably kill a lot of the Muslim stuff, but they'd also incur the wrath of the Muslim. So maybe let's not do that. They got tactical jump, so this isn't super old where tactical jump didn't exist. Man, they did that longer ago than I thought, to be honest. They gave battle cruisers the ability to attack while moving, which was huge, and the tactical jump, which was huge, and made them super viable. But, I mean, at this point, seriously, though, is... Wait, is this cooldown? Yamato's cooldown. It's not energy. That's right. Harstum, you're terrible at drawing hearts, says Rifkin. Was he trying to draw hearts with his carriers up here? I feel like he was. More creep spread shenanigans getting murdered everywhere here. Trying to remember if I had a units lost tab back in Servanov, and I can't. Creep spreads, I can't even, like, who owns what creep tumor? They all look the same. They don't have colors. All right, so at the 29-minute mark, place your bets. Who's got this thing? Harstum, Muslim, Demaga, or Rhett? Again, 194, 196, 172, and 80 supply for Harstum. Harstum would be the dark horse winner here, because his... Ooh, look at that stacking. That's kind of hot. Ooh, tactical jumps the battle cruisers into the fray. No infested Terrans? Whoa! We're going for it. Anti-armor missiles crushing, doing damage while dropping anti-armor. Sneaks in, trying to toss down some parasitic bombs on these battle cruisers. Anti-armor missiles coming in here too. Neural parasite happening all over the place. This might have been a mistake. This might have been a mistake there for the Muslim. More anti-armor missiles dropping on him, but he lost several of his BCs. He killed a bunch of Damaga's stuff. Damaga's down to 100 supply. The Muslim's down to 152 supply. That might have been a good trade for the Terran. It might have been. Considering, again, he still has mineral income. This gas income is going to be coveted sooner rather than later. There's still 1,000 gas on these geysers, though. Might not be too bad. That was your engagement, though. That was it. That was a big one. I don't think anyone lost that spectacularly. I mean, Damaga got knocked down quite a bit there. But he still got income from, well, from these 3 minerals, which he's long distance mining from, 200 minerals per minute. 400s from the other guys getting income, including not Harstom. Oh, and Rhett left the game. Did Rhett get dropped? Oh no! I think Rhett got dropped, you guys. Oh, that's a bummer. All right, so Rhett's out. That leaves us with 196. Wait, that shows Rhett's in. Oh my gosh. 106, 152, and 180. No one's close to maxed out. I'm going to try to use Infestitarians to clear out some of the static defense, I guess. Maybe try to kill these tanks a bit. Yeah, any, like, tanks you can kill, any missile turrets you can kill with free units is going to be a good win. Oh, Damaga. I like Damaga's position all of a sudden here. He's creeping up. He's got spores and spines. The battle cruisers don't like static defense this close to their home. So he's going to kill those spores, which do, that costs stuff. That's not free units for the Zerg player. Oh, Rhett. He must have. He must have disconnected. It doesn't show it to us in the replay. Ooh, transfusing that spore to keep it alive. Clutch play there from Damaga. What are these Zerglings doing? They're trying to kill this tank, which they cannot do because there's a battle, or like there's planetary battle cruisers right in range. This kind of kills the game with Rhett out, says Harstom. I don't think you're wrong about that. Dang it. Dang it, Rhett. He had a really good shot. Did he have the biggest? He had the biggest army, especially after that clash between Damaga and the Muslim. Production tab really only belongs to Damaga right now, making 18 lings and 3 queens off of his meager income. The long distance mining is real right now. Fleet of carriers with mothership coming on through. Gonna try to take down the corpse of Rhett here. Maybe look for income he can use, but look at it. Just like beefing up his score by killing all of this dead Rhett stuff. Tragic. Damaga witnesses the massacre firsthand. As Harstom enjoys the sensation of wrecking that particular composition, which is fairly impossible to do with carriers and mothership. Like, you're never, ever, ever, ever going to destroy that comp. You can maybe come out on top, but you're not just mowing it down, right? Right. Look at him dancing back and forth between these buildings. Ugh. SCVs for... wait, is he really at the point where he needs to free up supply? He is not. He is at 149 supply, which is more than anybody else, but still. Is it bait? He's like, hey, come kill these SCVs. Maybe it is. Ugh, that's a lot of dead queens. And it's 107 supply remaining from Damaga. He wants to parasitic bomb those ravens so much, but they pulled back very nicely. Creep going to start receding pretty quickly there from Rhett's corpse. And is he going after Damaga? He's going after Damaga because he knows he's up here. Oh, that's interesting. Dude, is he going to supply block Damaga? I think if he kills all these overlords, he can. Is Damaga even coming back? Look at this, look at this, look at this. Damaga supply blocked. There it is. I mean, not that he has any income to make anything else. Getting supply blocked when there's no income on the map is a much different experience than getting supply blocked when there is income on the map. Because right now, it just doesn't matter. I mean, but killing all of Damaga's buildings would be problematic. Damaga might actually be done here. He's being beset upon by two sides, which is how you lose free-for-alls, is getting killed by two players at the same time. Or, you know, sometimes three if you're particularly disliked. Kind of sneaking around here. Damaga is responding to this, though, and you got to be using this high ground really effectively to avoid these infestors, because they're coming for you. Red stuff's going down. He's just like, look at me mowing down these Zerg units. This is great. Does he not have... I don't think he has detection, so he can't kill creep tumors, which is unfortunate. He doesn't have an observer. But what do you do? Dude, burrowed infestors? Oh, man. So good. Look at him. He's like, hey, why don't you try to come up this way? I think Hearthstone's probably going to recall out, would be my guess. That's what he's going to do. Battle cruiser count. We're at 10 of them. 138, 99, and 8. I mean, this is the Muslim's game to lose here, I'm going to say. He has substantially more supply than anyone else left on the map here, but oh gosh. Oh, the Yamatos are coming down. The Neurals are here. The jump into the army. Karnik's anti-armor missile. The casters down to the ground. The splits are pretty good. Oh, we're right. Anti-armor missiles everywhere. Infested Terrans tapping out here too. Battle cruiser count going to get reduced by several here. And we are down to 7 battle cruisers. The carriers. Oh, actually going after Damaga right now. Dude, Damaga's down to 33 supply. He just got anti-armor missiled into oblivion there. He doesn't have anything left. He is down to 3 queens. And that's it. Damaga's out. It's going to be Hearthstone. Holy smokes. Hearthstone versus the Muslim here. 80 to 90 supply total. Dude, if Hearthstone wins this thing after kind of sharking around and being sneaky the entire game, I will laugh so hard. Because I think these battle cruisers can do it. I think that maybe they're waiting for a cooldown to come off, a couple of their abilities. Waiting for the Ravens to get some additional energy, but he's getting chased. He can't run. Here you go, anti-armor missile on everything. The mothership is kind of getting focused down, but not really. Did Hearthstone do this? Mothership goes down. The cloak is there, and oh, interference matrix getting tossed down on these carriers. And Hearthstone taps out, and the Muslim is your winner in 37 minutes and 33 seconds. Oh my gosh. Hang on. I need to see what was left. Dude, the anti-armor missiles were huge. The armor alone on the battle cruisers was great. And then this right here, the interference matrix. Bam, 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 bam. Carriers can't do anything for way longer than they would like to. And at the end of the day, it is 5 carriers and 10 Ravens remaining for the Muslim with a sparkling 72 supply to get the win. Oh, what a match. Hit that like button if you enjoyed that one, because that was a ton, an absolute metric ton of fun. Wow. Let's look, lost here. Damaga, 41,000 resources lost for Damaga. Everybody else who stayed around 19, 20,000 or so. I mean, poor Euthermal never got off one base. Poor Mana never got off one base. Poor Beastie QT never got off one base. But everybody else, about 20,000, and then Damaga had the more resources, but the anti-armor missiles doing damage enough. The neural parasites were good. The infested Terran damage was good, but the splash damage on those missiles, I mean, there's a reason that was removed from the game, you know. Why anti-armor now does 0 damage on impact as compared to like the 10 or whatever it was is because the splash was a lot and they stacked. And that was it. So I thought for sure Damaga had a better handle on that engagement than the Muslim did, but no. End of the day, 10 battle cruisers remaining and 10 BCs was enough to handle the 12 carriers and the mothership that Hearthstone had. Interference matrix and the anti-armor missiles were huge there. Ravens MVP of the match there for the Terran player. Plus, he managed to get on 4 bases, which doesn't hurt. Did he actually get 5? He ended up taking this too. And he expanded up here. Yeah, he was aggressive. Aggressive expansion, to be sure. Wow. that might be the best FFA I've ever casted. I mean, it's too bad that Rhett tapped out or got disconnected, because that would have changed things for sure. You would have another Zerg player hanging around, causing problems. Maybe they would have teamed up to try to take down the VCs. Maybe that results in not a Muslim win. Although, I don't know, teaming up would be pretty lame at this stage of the game, right? Could be. Definitely could be a little bit lame. But, man, that was fantastic. So thank you for joining me for my Sunday upload. Just quick PSA. I do post every single day. So if you ever come to YouTube and you're like, huh, Falcon didn't post anything, and there's nothing on the recommended channel. Sometimes YouTube doesn't like to show you everything that's on the recommended, or everything that's new on the recommended channel. So you can come directly to youtube.com/Falcon Paladin. Check that thing out. And I will have something new for you every day. Sometimes it's just a Brood War cast, but sometimes there's some StarCraft 2 there in well for you. I've been doing some bonus StarCraft 2 and Brood War casts throughout the week for this Corona time. I hope you're enjoying those. But regardless, I think that's it. I think that's it for me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.